Hello my friends, Paul here in the RoJoBe Music Workshop, and welcome to part 12, the final part of the 5-string banjo build. Okay, so at the time of recording this, it's a few weeks after recording part 11, so I can't remember exactly where I was up to. I've glued the back on, put the neck on, tuners, some of the hardware. Okay, so it's finished. I did a few of the last jobs off camera just to get it finished, and here it is. So, yeah, there it is, all finished. Now, I have done a couple of extra bits on this since you saw last. First of all, I've made and fitted a wooden armrest in a nice dark wood, and so it's just a couple of bolts through there, nuts on the inside. I carved it by hand mostly. I tried it on the router, but it was just too sketchy. Nearly cut my hands off a few times, so I've finished it by hand. And I've got some kerfing underneath it to kind of space it out a little bit, and also this kind of acts like a gasket, so it sort of molds to the shape a bit better. But I'm really pleased with that. It's I've sanded it to like 3000 grit or something and oiled it. Actually, I did it twice. So I've added that, and I've also added banjo brackets around the outside. Now, the normal purpose for these is to hold the tone ring, which goes around the top of the skin, to hold that down and hold tension on it. Well, that's not doing that on this. They're not actually doing anything. I mean, they're just kind of notched into the wood at the top, and so I had to, drill. Can't really see. Drill and screw these all the way around, and really they're just for aesthetics. They're just to make it look a little bit more like a banjo. They're not actually doing anything. They're not doing what they're normally designed to do, which is to pull the top of the banjo down. So they're purely for aesthetics, just to make the whole thing look a little bit more like a banjo, and to also, to add a little bit of weight to this area because it's very top heavy. And it has helped a little bit. So if we just look at where the balance point is, so it's kind of, so right about there, which isn't bad. So that's the 12, 13, 14, 15. Between the 15th and 16th fret is the balance point. Ideally, it needs to be a bit lower down for proper balance, but it doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine. So it is all finished. Actually, let me just go and grab my other banjo. I just want to compare the sound of them. So this is my factory-built banjo, which I've had for many years, and I really, really like it. Probably about 3 times the weight of the one that I've just built. But not everybody likes the sound of a banjo. They are very loud. They have a very harsh metallic sound, obviously because there's so much metal on them. So standard banjo sounds like this. So you won't really get the benefit of that, but it's very loud, very metallic. So if we now compare that to this one that I built, which is now finished. So it's still quite loud, but nowhere near as loud as my other one. and it's got a much more woody sound, for obvious reasons. It's more wood than metal. And again, you're not really going to appreciate the proper sound of it on, through a microphone, through YouTube. But I really like the sound of this. It's a much more mellow sound and volume than the factory banjos. And I really like it. And let me just angle that camera down a bit. I've been playing around with it a little bit, because as I said, it's been a few weeks since recording part 11. And, I've just been sort of practicing a bit with it. I haven't done much practice with the actual claw hammer, which is what I built this for. But I've done a bit. Maybe I'll show you what a mess I make of that. But I really, really like this sound of this. And depending on where I pluck the string or play the strings, whether it's here or here, I get a different sound. So that's what I've been experimenting with quite a well-known tune. So see if you recognise this one. Oh, sorry. So yeah, as I said, I've not practiced much with the claw hammer. It's quite a tricky style to learn, and I've been trying a bit. And it's basically you pluck one string, then a strum, and then pluck the fifth string. So I'll give it a bash. I'm still rubbish at it. Still, I mean, I've practiced probably 30 minutes in total, so still a bit of a way to go with that. But no, there it is. That's the 5-string banjo finished. I am really, really happy with this. So much so, I might build another one, but a bit different. But that's going to be in the future. So as I said, this is the last episode of this project. There's another one coming up soon. At the point of recording this, or at the time of recording this video here, I'm actually probably 3/4 of the way through the next project, which I've been filming, but obviously I'm putting all of these videos out first before I go on to the next one. So, 5-string banjo, done. I might actually, when I've got used to using my laser engraver, I might engrave something up here, but I've not had time to practice with that yet, so that might be something for a future video. Anyway, there it is, 5-string banjo, all finished. Really, really pleased with how this has turned out. And on to the next project. For you, nearly finished for me. Okay, so, as usual, if you're enjoying these videos, please give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave comments, share with your friends, colleagues, relatives, everything else. And we will see you for the next project. In the meantime, please look after yourselves, look after each other. Peace out.